Hello, everyone. This is Pro Townster here with what may possibly be an Apple Vision Pro world first, and quite possibly for World of Warcraft as well. Well, world first for me, anyway. So, first, World of Warcraft, a lot of nostalgia here for this game. Raised three daughters on World of Warcraft, traveling for a living, technology, 36 years. Stayed in touch with the family. I still play with my wife, and we have since launch. Fooling around here in the 4th of July weekend, putting aside the alligators and fishing here in South Central Florida. Intention was to stress test the Apple Vision Pro and the M3 Max MacBook Pro. Quite happy to say I don't think I stressed it like I thought I would. I had a lot of fun. I was very surprised by the results. That doesn't happen very often for me. But with that, there's a lot here to cover. Done my best to lay this out in an informative, intuitive, and an enjoyable layout. So here we go. You might want to pay attention. Quite a lot of stuff. Definitely leave some comments, likes, dislikes. This is not a sponsored stream. I have a full-time job. Technology is fun for me. It's a hobby. But if you have some constructive or positive things you'd like to share, even things you'd like to see me test, by all means, give me a comment. Certainly, if you want to, a like. Like I said, I don't make a living off streaming. Not anticipating that, but hopefully this will be enjoyable. Here we go. Okay, the hardware setup. First, let's cover what I used. Kind of simple in terms of not a lot of devices. The M3 Max, MacBook Pro, and of course the Apple Vision Pro 1 terabyte, and putting this together for a stream, utilizing a Apple 4K TV and taking the output of the Apple. You're going to see a little bit more detail. I'm going to show you the flow. It's a little bit crazy. But from the Apple TV, of course, OBS Studio, again back on the MacBook Pro, and this was a single PC solution. So the only PC used here was the M3 Max MacBook Pro. Piece of software on the Apple Vision Pro called VXIO to bring my wife's 1440p stream from her office into the PC, and I was playing WoW on a full screen virtual display inside of the Apple Vision Pro. And you'll see here a couple of snippets, and I'll put a little bit of a play through. You'll see my wife's NDI stream over on the right side. I'm going to try to get all the audio here right because everything's kind of blasting through the Apple Vision Pro. It worked surprisingly well. I really did think this was going to choke. It did not. And I averaged, I would say, guesstimate 50 frames per second. That being said, it was a lot of fun. I'll put a little more footage coming up, but let's get into the flow. So to start with, we have the core, the star of the show, the M3 Max MacBook Pro. I'm playing World of Warcraft full screen with a 1440p resolution in a virtual window that is then imported in a virtual display stretched to approximately 300 inches. On the Apple Vision Pro, I have VXIO, and I'm bringing in my wife's NDI stream from her office into the Apple Vision Pro as well. You'll see that on the right-hand side. I'm mirroring the output of the Apple Vision Pro to the Apple 4K TV. From the Apple 4K TV, putting it through a EVGA XR1 Pro capture card, back to the M3 Max with OBS Studio, crunching everything down, and finally with a 60 frame per second encode to Twitch, where I downloaded it and you now have the results of that video after I downloaded it off Twitch. I wanted to show you what it was like when it was all said and done and got through this flow. So I'll leave this up on the screen for a little bit while I talk. A couple of comments and impressions. I am a fan of all technology. I have a couple of home-built PCs, AMD-based, Intel-based, 4080 Ti, NVIDIA board. Wife is not rocking the top-end AMD video card, but it's close. And both are very respectable PCs, 128 gig of RAM. Those are the PCs. Of course, when those are running, I'm dropping down roughly 400 to 600 watts of power to do anything similar to this on the PC solution. The first thing I was extremely impressed is the MacBook Pro didn't even heat up, which also surprised me. And what's worse is, or better, I guess, is the operating system was managing the battery. So I did all of this on 20% of the battery, which surprised me. I didn't know the OS was going to do that. I was using the beta release. Another thing is you'll see me shaking from inside the headset. The visual acuity and the clarity is nothing short of phenomenal. It uses the foveated rendering, of course. Anything that I look at, which you can see if you watch the playthrough, and I'll link a few here, while I'm talking. And it was a lot of fun. I don't mind saying I was surprised. And I hope this is informative. Again, I'm not being sponsored or paid for any of this. This is all my own stuff. And I enjoy technology of any flavor. So that being said, if it helps you spend your money wisely, pushes you away from the solution, so be it. Overall, I had a lot of fun. I hope this was informative, enjoyable. Give me a like if you like it. I'm not going to make a career out of this, but like I said, technology is what I do for fun as well as a professional career. So I hope this was good. Everybody have a great rest of the week. And by all means, leave your comments down below if you have any questions. We'll see you next time.